Welcome back to Area DMG. I'm your host, Phil Wesley, the Mile High Mouth, and today we're going to be looking at the Binding of Isaac Rebirth on the new Nintendo 3DS. We've got it on a Dual IPS system over here and a Dual TN system over here. As you can see, this is twisted pneumatic, and this one is in-plane switching. It's two different LCD types. And for example, a lot of the old 3DS, actually all the older systems were TN screens. And with the new 3DS XL, and with the Switch, there's IPS screens. IPS screens generally offer some interesting differences. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to do the Binding of Isaac Rebirth. We're going to go ahead and load this up. And then when we end up loading one, we're going to load one up, and then we're going to put the other one as a seed so that we're in the same level. Okay. And here we go. Oh, by the way, except for anything that's got Afterbirth content in it, if you have the Binding of Isaac Rebirth on your PC seeds, as long as they don't contain Afterbirth content, will work on the new 3DS version. Looking forward to using the Afterbirth seeds on the Switch version of the Binding of Isaac, because that's coming to that too. And of course, the same seeds that you use on the Wii U will work on the new 3DS. We have the volume down because, copyrights and things, but you get to see a little bit of the misfortune that happens to Isaac and his mom. But yeah, there are some big and distinct differences between these two, actually, in the way the performance runs. On the TN one, there's actually a little bit of ghosting. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna hit start, and we're gonna go to file 1. We're gonna do a new run. We're gonna pick Isaac. We're gonna do start, file 1, new run, and we're gonna pick X to input a seed. Okay, our seed is let's go ahead. Our seed is LHK6 T0LX. So what I'm going to have to do now is actually just input that into here real quick. That would be LHK6 T0LX. Okay. And we're starting that with Isaac. There we go. It looks like we're in the same. Yep, we're in the same one. Okay, we're in the same seed. Load these up and hit start. Okay. What I'm gonna do, you can automatically see kind of a big difference between the two systems. Now, keep in mind that because we are taping off camera, with this camera on screen, that the colors are a little bit different than they normally would look. They seem kind of bluish. But that's actually what we want to show people real quick right here. We're going to start shooting the little, we're shooting tears currently. And there is something I do want to show people about the Binding of Isaac. We're going to bring him up a little bit closer. Okay, I'm going to shoot some tears and shoot some more tears. The thing I'm trying to show on this actually is that for some bizarre reason, okay, let's shoot some more tears. There's actually, let's bring this even closer. Okay, let's see, it should try and focus. Come on, you can focus. Anytime you want to focus. There we go. That seems reasonable. Okay, nope, it had it for a second. There we go. This is not the best way to put that, but there is a little bit of ghosting. On the TN screen. Oh, come on, you can do it. Pick it up. Oh, this is nightmarish. We're trying to. Oh, let's move these back. Let's move this back. Okay. We tried to focus in on that, but it just wasn't working. Anyways, let's pull it back a little bit. Let's pull it forward a little bit. And let's hope that we don't run into too many enemies. Oh God, we're just gonna die, aren't we? Anyways, yeah. Actually, you can see a little. Wow, they went after that one really quick. Okay then. Okay, it'll probably kill him in a moment. We can take a look at this ending sequence. But yeah, you kind of might notice that there is some definite differences in the screens on this. What I was trying to show is that often when Isaac is moving or you're shooting tears on the TN screen, there's a little bit of a blur effect or a ghosting. It drags a little bit behind it. I'm not sure why it does that, but it doesn't do that on the IPS screen, which I thought was kind of interesting, but it is extremely hard to capture on camera. Sorry about that. But yeah, I was just like, I tried everything I could to focus in on that. Did not work. Nope. I tried. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit exit from those. I love how the exit button is yellow, like the yellow button here. But yeah, that would be a real quick look at the Binding of Isaac running on a new 3DS and new 3DS with IPS screens and new 3DS with TN screens. This one, of course, being the one with IPS screens, and this one, of course, being the one with TN screens. Yep. Unfortunately, we were not able to properly show the, the way there's a little bit of motion blur. I just was not able to capture that. It's too small to see, I suppose. I mean, it doesn't bother you. You get used to it really, really quickly. But when I first tried the Binding of Isaac on a TN screen, it was all I saw. So yeah, that's the Binding of Isaac running on new IPS. Sorry, new 3DS with dual IPS screens and new 3DS with dual TN screens. Have you picked this one up yet? Did you know this one was out? Are you going to check out that seed? Because I want to see how that seed plays out. I mean, we kind of just abandoned that seed really, really early on because I'm trying to just demonstrate this, but kind of want to see if I can run that run. So yeah, go back, hit pause, input that seed, have some fun. By the way, any of the seeds that you do on Binding Isaac Rebirth, as long as it doesn't have afterbirth or anti-birth content, will work perfectly fine on the 3DS version, which is fantastic. So yeah, check it out. Also, make sure that you've got a pretty good SD card, like a pretty reliable one, and that you've got all the updates for the Binding of Isaac. If you download it now from the eShop, all those updates should be with it already, which makes it a lot less prone to crashing, because when this launched it had some really bad crashing problems. Now it runs flawlessly on everything, but that's just my experience. I've got like I think I've got SanDisk SD cards in there, so that might be a thing too. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you picked this one up, or if you're a fan of Binding of Isaac. Let me know. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit that share button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And until the next video comes out, you are now caught up.